Alright. Let's let's continue on with where children toil, boys waste away. Gotta continue looking at stuff. Already looked at that toy, there's nothing peculiar about that. What about this?
Woman's likeness. Bit smudged. That Renowed?
I don't know. As I said, I never met her.
Reminds me of someone.
Who?
Not sure. Can't help feeling I've seen that face before, though.
I don't know. I don't know who he's referring to. If this indeed is another character from the books, or a character from the previous games, or if he's just talking about Yennefer. I
Nice
don't know.
little trinket.
I do not know, Geralt.
Sometimes I think I might end up like one of these toys.
Right. I think the toys we don't need to look at anymore. But
Somebody fixed this recently.
you never know if there's one toy that's
No dust mark.
looks exactly the same but
this here recently.
is different or
I find these
something.
puppets rather disturbing.
Okay, it's obviously this right here, and maybe that over there. Let's check this.
Tools
here.
were used recently. Deadloff unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Nice tune.
Indeed. I'm not certain why, but it reminds me of home. Our true home from before the conjunction of spheres.
A nice little tune there. Okay, the last thing is this right here. Letters naming the beast's target.
Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac Peyrin, Count Delacroix.
Okay,
Deadloff's
4.
victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
Must have come from whoever wrote the letter. All of it written using the same ink.
That's 4 targets. He said 5.
See the color? Ink was dyed with cinnabarite. Rare mineral, pretty much found only in...
Nazaire. But I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
This slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either. Especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
I couldn't. I had to cough. I couldn't even think about finding the mute button and then coughing afterwards. It just suddenly came. Apologize for that. Blackmailer curious about him.
Blackmailer. Kinda curious who it could be.
Why is that?
Regis. Somebody kidnapped a vampire's lover. Bold to begin with. Now they're forcing the vampire to kill. A vampire you yourself insisted no murderer. Blackmailer's skilled. Someone special.
Astute. Now that I think of it, I'm beginning to wonder if...
It's not one of your kind? Another vampire?
Precisely. The plot thickens.
Just a hypothesis. Wouldn't set my heart on it till we know more.
Right you are.
Interesting, because apparently if between higher vampires, you're not supposed to fight each other. But we don't know if the blackmailers are also vampires or not. We don't know. Let's sum up what we know.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Deadlaff's being blackmailed.
Right.
Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazari ink. And not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Dettlaff's innocence, clearly.
Ooh. I mean... You could be lying to me and saying that it's not his handwriting when it indeed is. I would not say he is innocent at all. Not until we know the whole story. What is the options here? Is there... I kind of want to know. I honestly would say untrue, because just because you say it's not his writing doesn't mean that he's, innocent. He might be innocent in that perspective, but I don't know. It doesn't say anything about whether you say true or untrue. Are you sure? I guess it doesn't matter then. I want to say untrue.
Not how I'd put it. Doubt it's how the Duchess will see it either.
I trust you to convince her. And then...
What? Go on, don't be shy. See, you've got it all figured out, including the grin I gotta wear.
It's a rather bold plan, but... Were we to find Renawed, we would strip the blackmailers of their hold on Detlef.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Detlef? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his lover?
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help. I'll await him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Think he'll listen?
He will.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No, he'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear.
Yeah.
I'd better stay alone. You must trust me on this.
Yeah, we can't
Fine.
be here.
Need to report to the Duchess first.
So be it. We'll await you here. Detlef and I both.
Oh, nice. I wasn't sure if he was going to hit that puppeteer. Or the puppet. Puppeteer is someone that... Okay, so we finished that quest. And gained another level. Nice. Anything else exciting? 1000 XP, which is why we leveled. Wine is sacred. Report to the Duchess about your hunt for the beast. Okay. Could I do anything else while I'm up here? Regis, anything else? Save it here.
Geralt, I'd never wish to give the impression I do not enjoy your company. The truth is quite the opposite, in fact. However...
Really?
Yeah, I know. Detlef's not likely to show up as long as I'm here. But 5 minutes won't hurt, will it?
I suppose not. I was wrong to press you to go. You wish to ask something?
Yeah, I guess we'll ask you some questions. What happens if Detlef doesn't show?
Just wondering. What if Detlef doesn't show?
He'll show.
Tell me, how's this work? When I need a short answer, concise, quick, you're likely to give me a scholarly lecture. But when I could use some details, elaboration, all I get is a few grunts.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Allow me to explain. When speaking of facts, tangible matters, I do indeed strive to express myself precisely and at length. However, when our discussions center on affairs of the intuition or things vampiric, my utterances are indeed towards the taciturn. For even the longest discourse would not allow me to explain to my interlocutor any issue of this purview satisfactorily. Therefore, I repeat, Detlef will show, sooner or later.
His eyes look really red now that he went through that. He went through that whole process of trying to brew the concoction. And ever since then, his eyes look like they're just bloodshot red. I don't know. How'd you and Detlef meet anyway? Curious about this one.
Been meaning to ask you, how'd you and Detlef meet?
A somewhat uncomfortable subject.
I'm all ears and I got time.
As you well know, during my teething years, I had a spell during which I abused blood. Among vampiric youth, I was, all false modesty aside, rather popular. I ran with the plasma crowd. I made a great many acquaintances, one of whom was Detlef. But our paths soon diverged. You see, our band had an appetite for chasing youthful capers. Blood-guzzling contests, that sort of thing. Let's turn into bats and terrify the ladies. Detlef thought it all foolish. He was right, of course. Though I only came to understand this later.
Sorry, just can't imagine you as a young vampire rabble-rouser, renegade, punk.
You know of our exceedingly long lifespans. They allow us plenty of time to change. I, for one, thank the gods for that.
Alright. Well, let's get out of here.
Take care, Regis.
We'll see you a little bit later, bud. Okay. So I'll read this quest when we step out of the toy shop here. Very late. It's about to be midnight. So I hear we have to be out of the shop before midnight, otherwise he doesn't come. We'll just walk in with torches. Well, alright. So let's go ahead and see where we have to meet the Duchess. Oh my god, in the palace. Okay, well, because the last time we came through here, it was all in a hurry. We didn't get to look around. I'll make sure we walk through the front and go up there during the daytime, of course. It's apparently a dye merchant here, which I did not know existed. Alright, so the current main quest that we're working on is Wine is Sacred. Following what can only be described as a surprising turn of events, the Witcher had no choice but to report to the Duchess. He needed to inform her that the hunt for the beast would be no ordinary monster hunt. Fully aware of the fiery temperament of Henrietta, Toussaint's gracious ruler, Geralt was justified in thinking the meeting would not be among the most pleasant he had ever had. Alright, well. Yeah, let's learn about the character Beauclair. It's not the bestiary. Young Beauclair, whose name Geralt never learned, was an extremely charming scamp in that cheeky, lovable, rascal, street urchin sort of way. He also demonstrated striking entrepreneurial flair, so much so, in fact, that it got him into trouble at times. Geralt saved him from one such scrape by fending off a group of men intent on giving him a thorough tanning. So it is a boy, then. Okay. Beauclair had done his share to deserve this, having spilt his wastewater in front of their shop every day in an attempt to muddy more boots and drive more customer his way. Pretty smart tactic there. Alright, well, let's go back this way to the road sign. The Rocking Horse, Playthings and Amusements. But I was hoping we would be able to look at that sign. Okay, so we'll definitely spend some time down here eventually. But before we do that, did we read about Beauclair Port? I don't know, we'll read about it in a second here. Let's go to the Grand Palace. I don't really have anywhere that I need to go. So, we could have gone to our house and rested, but it's fine. Right. We'll go ahead and meditate here. The Hunger Game.
Do you like it here?
Visit Corvo Bianco and see how Marlene is doing. I think she's actually called Marlena.
Lifting hand to mouth. Why I stand to put nothing
Every time I
aside
see that
for
name,
you.
I think of Chrono Trigger, so...
Nice tune.
Oh, okay. So I was not expecting a quest so soon, but yeah, we'll definitely have to do that. We'll check that out before we end today. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and meditate until it is day. Let's go 8 a.m. I guess. 8 a.m. seems good. Alright, so we are gonna go walk up into the castle area. Oh, I guess we could do that since we're here. Yeah. This is the paper chase quest. We had to wait a week, and he's supposed to have money for us. So let's see if this completes this quest or not here.
What is it?
Got your coin, sir. And a wee gift
Ooh.
to thank you for the trust you showed. This blade's the Reckoner. It saved my arse a fair number of times.
Cool.
Thanks, Cianfanelli. We'll call it even.
One last thing. I'd like to apologise for the whole minging kerfuffle.
Don't do it again, ever.
You're in Beauclair. Master Witcher, what can I do for you?
The Reckoner. Okay. Not bad. It looks pretty different than anything I've ever seen.
Whoa!
Let's go ahead and go up the main path here. Across the bridge. This is the tailor, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, so I've been this way before. I just never went across the bridge on foot.
Ah! What a brute!
Dang, this looks awesome. Ooh. Sorry, sir. I'm just trying to enjoy the sight here. Okay. That was really loud in my right ear. What are you doing, ma'am?
Greetings.
Picking flowers? Oh! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to drop your thing, but I did. I'm sorry. Okay. I just want to kind of enjoy the sights here. Dude, I still want to try and go over to that mountain over there. Because I think we're able to go over there. Because that island is... it's looking out this way. It's this thing. And then I think that mountain pass is right here. So we should be able to check that out at some point. Let's also read the Beauclair port, because I don't know if I read that or not. The best wine comes from Toussaint. Any sommelier will tell you as much. Bottles bearing its famed labels are worth fortunes, and even grace the table of kings. Indeed, today one can barely imagine a royal feast without Côté de Blessure, or SS. And it is here at Beauclair's port that this wine begins its journey both to the south, into the heart of the Nilfgaardian Empire, and to the far-off north. Now, I know it's pronounced Beauclair, but I've always pronounced it as Beauclair. I honestly don't think there's a difference in that, so I'm always going to call it Beauclair, even though it is Beauclair.
Fetch this empty dead, sweep up here, box it all.
Ooh, a painting. Can I take this? Ah, it's crap. I don't want it. Someone tried really hard and then was just like, bah, bah, digga, 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 just,
I imagine you've been all over the world,
Went
Sir
all-
Richard.
I have, madam.
What's new in the north?
Well, you know, we just saved it from the wild hunt and everything. Sorry, I slipped. I slipped. Alright, so we're just gonna keep going up here. What's happening here, kids?
Truthfully, only a witcher stands to best the beast.
Oh.
I think I shall say tittle it all and go hurt shit.
I like this music. Oh wow, we can see the tourney from here. Tourney grounds. So beautiful.
I think I shall say tittle it all and go hurt shit.
That's dangerous. Your mother should not allow you to be right here. Dude, look at how far you can see. The water moves down there. It's insane.
A witcher. That can only mean trouble.
I think I shall say tittle it all and go hurt shit.
Holy crap. Gorgeous views. Hey, Overbert, what's up? Got a question, Mike. Is there a reason you don't put runes into swords or armor? Yeah, this is a thing that I have been putting off for quite a while, and I know that I probably should do it. I just haven't had the time to do it, or rather taken the time to do it. I do want to do some of that stuff before we end the stream today. I want to make some new armor, and making runestones is probably something I need to do. But yeah, I know it's bad to not have any sort of runes on your weapons and armor, but I've just been putting it off. But today we need to do that for sure.
Deadly thirsty.
And I hear that putting runes on armor makes it look different, which I never knew until, you know, one of those tips came along when we were loading in the game. So we'll definitely put some stuff on there before we end the stream today, because it needs to be done. Guess we just go in here, I guess. Go around.
Oh!
Doo-doo-doo. It's also pretty dumb of me to not put runes and stuff on there, but I just haven't been bothered yet to do such a thing. All right.
Your Grace, I have come.
Palace is secure.
And what of the funeral preparations?
Funeral? Oh, for Milton?
Beast will be buried with the highest honors. And our dearly departed Milton de Peyrac Peyran shall posthumously receive the Order of Adamata.
Okay. Well, let's talk to Henrietta and tell her what we've done so far. This is gonna be bad. She's gonna be upset.
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
I was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Well, about that. Found the beast, but that's it, and case just got more complicated. I think we'll probably say that. I think we will. Do it, it helps and looks good? Okay, alright. Yeah, we'll definitely do that before we end the stream today. I don't know how much more I'm going to be going. Maybe you know, 45 minutes or so more. But yeah, we need to make some Grandmaster Witcher gear, get runes and put it on it, and yeah, we'll be good to go. I promise I will do that. Case just got more complicated.
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast? I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster and you return with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Sorry about that.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Ha! Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Doesn't work that way.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
No, I'm not going to tell you that. Go ahead. Let them go to their deaths. Could say that. This guy has been nothing but a jerk to us ever since we met him. I don't know. If he's going to be rude to me, I'm going to be rude back to him. I'm going to say this. Let's see if this changes anything or not.
Go ahead. Send them to their death. Certain death.
To a lone Witcher, perhaps. To 40 of my men-at-arms, but another skirmish.
40, 50, 100. Doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
He's gorgeous.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What, then, do you intend to do?
This is no common monster.
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Yeah, impossible. If so great is their power, why have they not killed or enslaved us all?
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
And they do not fear we shall wipe them out one day.
They hide, man.
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that. They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
Want to find him and try to talk to him? This guy's gonna be like, he's gonna scoff and be like, you're supposed to kill the monsters, man.
Try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a Witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it. Ha.
Dick.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
It's not what I'm suggesting. That's the whole point of me wanting to talk with him rather than just straight up kill him and get some answers first. An innocent woman's been abducted, madam.
Which is why that's my aim now.
For your
to prevent
grace?
further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly. Kidnap the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
Well, we free the vampire's lover.
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. Soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
Yep.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop! In Tucson, wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine, or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Est, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your Grace wished to see me?
It's a scribe?
Witcher, show him the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
Oh, okay.
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Saar too. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high.
You lick the paper?
A simple Saar-Real, the 1269 vintage.
Angriel.
That's
Elvish.
impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Saint-Real was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
I like how we finally get to hear her pronounce all of these French terms, French names that I've been mispronouncing for most of this expansion. I think some of this stuff I got right, but there was some that I wasn't too sure on. This specific wine, tell me more.
Saint-Real. Never heard of it.
It's highly unlikely you've ever had
It
a
should be
chance to partake of
Elvish,
it.
I think.
As I said, it is only ever served to the ducal family.
Didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of paper. Unless your Grace's sommelier is mistaken.
In matters of wine, Benoit is never mistaken. If he says it's Saint-Real, it is Saint-Real. We must ride to Castel Ravello at once. Discover what has happened.
What do you mean, we?
Wait, your Grace wants to go with me? Out of the question.
Probably the dick guy. Nope. Okay.
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and do nothing while our duchy is in grave danger.
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous.
Oh no.
The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt. We will travel incognito. We've no wish to give the court any reason to gossip. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
Great, gotta go with this guy. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else I want to do. We're gonna ride out with this guy.
Yeah, ready to go.